Sorry. Well, manga fans, I'm back with the only video I'm doing today. We're in Demon Slayer's rehabilitation arc. And with that, I done all the arcs adapted into the first season of the anime. Ooh, that's an interesting journey. Next up, I got separate arcs adapted into separate anime adaptations and stuff. Mugen Train, Ability Car, keep a point. So we all look forward to it. Anyway, let's get into it. So the story, sorry. So the story continues where we left off. The Dodger are waking in front of the Hashira, the nine strongest members of the Demon Slayer Corps, who managed to push back a lot of demons, as in just one by one. Kinda wish we got more story arcs to focus on these characters. Like, so of 4 Hashira gets focus arcs for the finale, or the final story. Because you probably know who those ones are, because they appear in the anime. They try to focus on a bit more than the Hashira train arc. But that didn't really make up for it. That's never a downtime type of arc. I think I'll talk about that. I never watched the anime version of that one actually. I really planned to, but I never bothered. Oh, that's so regret. I mean, 2021 was a bit of a bad year for me when it comes to reviews. At least the ones from earlier in the year. I regret those. Not being able to complete them. I did try to watch all of my Disciple Daughter Princess, but I don't think it works in episodic reviews because I don't know what to say for much of its comedy. So let's say some of the jokes were season reviews. Something like that. So yeah, they're all pretty interesting designs. Like, we don't know much about them now, but we do come to know more about these guys over the course of the series. On many different arcs. I'll be looking forward to that. Because you've seen the series, you know what comes next. When I eventually review the Mugen Train arc of the anime, the TV version, it's not the movie version, they're basically the same thing though. Prepare for a bit of ranting. If you're on my anime channel, I just warn you, prepare for some ranting for that one. Because, oh boy, let's go. I really need to share my thoughts on that. I'm going to try and review them. Alright. So, yeah. The Lord of the Hashira don't trust me, Tanjiro. I also want Gyo to be punished too, since he disobeyed court's rules. I'm not going to go over the names because we will get focuses on them across the stories. So for now, I'm not going to name much of them. There's one character named Shinigazawa. There's a bit more stuff in this arc. Oh, it's just the emotions. He's a bit of a dick. He doesn't believe Tanjiro's story. He says a demon's a demon and stuff. Probably unaware about Tamayo. Actually, I never even realised there was a manga explanation for that last arc. Wow. Oh, never even realised that. Big years ago last night. Obviously, been like 3 years now since I initially read the Demon Slayer manga. But since I've improved a lot since those ones. Yes, the same style, but you can tell I've improved quite a bit since then. Oh, and hopefully someday in the future I'll probably edit the technology and stuff to have better videos than this. Also, if you're watching this in the future, hi, this is me, age 24. Anyway, so Dungeon. Joseph Russell. Dungeon says that he doesn't care that Hashira. He'll hurt anyone that touches that. He'll hurt anyone that hurts his sister. Anyway, that's where I officially meet the master of the house. With an illness that made him blind. He's blind around the area. And I should sell the quote. I haven't allowed for a local docu actually managed to buy a lot. Explain the whole thing about Nezuko's condition and stuff. And so he says if Nezuko kills a person or kills Tanjiro, then he and Gyo Tomioka will commit seppuku, a form of suicide in Japan, by stabbing yourself with a blade. It's how samurais died in Japan. It's how samurais die in stories. In real life, samurais when they have real. When you look at Japan before the 1920s and stuff, you see how behind the times they were. Like like 19th century Japan to like USA or UK. You see how behind the times they were. And this is set in the Taisho era. I'm not pointing the Taisho era. But that only lasted until 1912 to 1926, I think. So, yeah. Taisho era Japan. That's more transitional period for Japan. And fashion style changed. Women started wearing more Western style clothes than wearing the usual kimonos. Well, of course, Japan got a taste for power around that time, and that just led to them doing a lot of shit leading up to World War II, and the more horrible, horrendous acts they done during World War II. Especially the people of South Korea, especially the people of Korea and China. So I never apologize to Korea after all of it. I mean, Japan has changed since then, but might be too polite for their own good. No, there always has to be polite when it comes to, especially foreigners. Some of them are total pricks. Look, if you want to go to Japan, respect the culture. Okay? Don't be an idiot or a jerk. Respect their culture. When I started watching anime in Japanese, I started to get more interested in Japanese culture. The way of living and stuff. Anyway, Master knows Tanjiro and Jordan clothes. She does go out pissed, ends up trying to prove the Master wrong, and trying to see him Mexico kills him. But she doesn't, she resists. So that's the end of the story. And he tells Tanjiro that not everyone will set Mexico. work hard to prove them wrong, to gain their acceptance. And of course, he has to take down, before he can take down Muzan though, he'll take down many of the 12 Kibusuki, 12 Kizuki. Interesting enough, reading the manga, the anime actually adds some stuff to the series, which actually helps it in my opinion. The anime actually improves a bit more in the writing here. Let's go on with UFO table. I don't mind reading her. I don't like being referred as UFO table, even though it's UFO. Granted, it's not in capitals, but still, UFO table sounds weird. Like, come on. I can't be the only one who thinks that sounds weird. Anyway, Chojo's taken to the butterfly house where he begins his rehabilitation training alongside Zenitsu and Inosuke, who are also recovering. There's a lot that happens in this short arc, which runs chapters 45 to 53. Again, there's nothing wrong with a short arc. It's a nice pace breaker. It seems like the Hashira training arc was a lot longer. Well, pace breaker, but I think it will work for the story because often runs spontaneous action, but the previous arcs. Having an arc to rest makes sense. Take a break. Sorry, just doing some of that. There's a lot of good comedy too. Don Johnson learning about total concentration constant. It's like the regular breathing techniques, except it can't be used for attacks on him. It helps increase your capacity a bit more, increasing your speed and stuff. Allow you to move more efficiently. No, that's my hope. Sancho learns about it. Learns and I mastered it. I'm very low how much Nobu. In those cases, actually to learn too. She's pretty perceptive on their personalities. Yeah. I mean, it seems the anime adds a meeting with the Hashira meeting was mentioned, but not shown in the manga. But the anime actually shows it with the master talking to the Hashira about this. Tanjo's brief interaction with Kibusuji. Speaking of which, Kibusuji summons the lower rank of the 12 Kizuki. He is pissed at their failure, how weak they are, and kills them. Except for one, who he gives his blood to, because he lets by him. And he tells him to kill two people and Tanjiro. So that sets up the next arc. Well, the Muzan's really mastered the skies. I see the sky. Well, he sees the skies himself as a woman. But it's just a real shame that lower ranks got killed off so quickly after being built up a bit. I'm just saying, I think it'd be more bad to actually work our way up to the higher rank members who are the strongest. Yes. But Ruby may be lower rank 5, but he was definitely strong. So having time. Still, then eventually being one of the Kokisuki really was a bit to be earned. Which I'll talk more about when I review that specific arc. Those who know, know. But I'm not going to say anything, so spoilers. Anyway, Tanjiro asks about this technique he learned called about the Hinokami Kagura. She has no clue about it, but says he may talk to the Flame Hashira, Kyojiro, Rengoku. Also, the Fire Hashira are peculiar about the word. The type of technique, not call it flame breathing, never call it fire breathing. Why? I don't know actually, I can't remember. I think it gets explained. Right, Tanjiro. So anyway. Yes, it's our mission. Also, like no narration explaining that curse of Kimetsu's blood flowing through every demon. He's able to tell their whereabouts. This is because now Nezuko's entered the sacred ground for demon slayers. Kimetsu now knows where their hideout is. So I didn't even realize this when I don't think I realized this when I first reviewed this series 3 years ago. Anyway, let's put a pin in that for now. Let's put a pin in that little detail for now. It'll come up again. Just wait later. And hopefully I remember. So now let's put a pin in that. Anyways, look. Look how we leave. And basically Shinobu's apprentice. I think his name is Kano or something. Oh. The anime actually adds we learn about Shinobu's backstory as well. My sister was killed by a demon, but my sister believed once you make peace with demons, maybe there's a possibility. So she's basically trusting that dream now to Tanjiro. Since he might be able to accomplish it. Now the manga never reveals Kano's backstory. It never reveals her backstory at all. The anime actually goes out of its way to show us. Like, it's a whole scene in the episode. Sorry. There's a whole scene and stuff. It gets a good expansive backstory, which I think I'll talk more about when I review the anime version. So be sure to subscribe to Kill Phoenix for that. Anyway, Tanjiro. So yeah. And you see that she saw the ball for Tanjiro. At the sort of whole quick whip thing. Again, simplifying a lot of this. If you want more detail, just read the manga or watch the anime. If you don't have time to watch 24, 26 episodes or whatever amount, I recommend you check out the movie versions. I recommend you check out the compilation films. It was obviously made to help people catch up with the series more quicker to watch the Mugen Train arc. I think that was a smart decision. It was more condensed, but allows you to view the series a little more condensed. I think I'll be viewing those movies before moving on to the Mugen Train arc. Allows me to go into each arc a little more detail now. Because of that whole thing. We have everything to talk about too, so I'll be looking forward to that. So, anyway. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke head off to the next mission. A mission that involves a train. And that's what will lead us into the next... This is annoying. This will lead us into the next arc, the Mugen Train arc. Mugen meaning infinity in Japanese. which is interesting because we had the Infinity Castle arc. Even though they have Infinity in the name, Mugen's the only one out of the two to actually use the Japanese one. Not well, Infinity Castle is the English name version of the name. So this is mostly just arc for downtime. Bit of a downtime arc. Which, because the next few arcs are going to be crazy. So I'm looking forward to talking about this. Also, Tanjiro and Inosuke get new swords. Naganasuka's not really that. It's not really pleased much of Tanjiro breaking his sword. It's a fun gag, but the gag is a bit more gets more focused on in the Swordsman Village arc. It makes me appreciate his character a lot more now. It makes me appreciate his character a lot more. He's got comic relief, don't get me wrong. He's funny. You know, says he'll kill Tanjiro. He actually, he was actually happy that Tanjiro still uses him as his swordsmith. Because people, for a lot of reasons, people turn him away. And I'm spoiling some elements of the Swordsman Village arc. But I'll bring this up again when I build the arc, actually. So I'll put a pin in that one for now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please thumbs up. I want to see more scratch. I'm looking about the other videos because in the future. I make dedicated playlists for each of my manga reviews and other reviews on my comic book channel, Comic Book Avenger. Be sure to check that out. I may eventually add them to other channels though, like Kill Phoenix. That's more actually, I may add to that one because that's more, accessible, more subscribers and stuff. So it'll be more easier to condense and stuff. So look forward to that project. And thank you. I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys. My next Demon Slayer review will be on the Mugen Train arc. So I'll see you guys next time. If I will do more videos, obviously more manga videos, but no, we'll be returning to the manga. So I'll see you guys next time. Guys, jump out.